The Knicks outscored Charlotte 35-20 in the fourth quarter to force overtime.
And there was a point with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter that Moutier had single-handedly outscored the Charlotte Hornets in the whole entire fourth quarter.
27-10 at that point,
Moutier,
right?
I'll tell you, he takes over at the end of games. Watch these moves. He just clicks into another gear, which you talk about, why not play like this in the first quarter? I'm saying the same thing about Moutier. I mean, he turns into Michael Jordan in front of Michael Jordan and ruins Michael Jordan's night. And has them, all memeing up in the booth upstairs. Tim Hardaway Jr. making some big shots. Knicks bench getting into it. That gave him the lead at 104-103. But here goes more Moutier. One-on-one. Watch this move. I mean, that's just beast mode aggressive. I'm getting this win for my coach kind of move right there.
Look at this. A chance to win, Wally.
Yes.
How close is this one?
Tough shot. Well defended. But in and out. Boy, was Moutier on fire. And David Fizdale's getting his workout in. He's getting his steps. He's got his Fitbit going. David Fizdale's loving it out there. And then overtime, the Knicks continued with the defense. That's the key. Their defense was phenomenal. I can't give Luke Cornett enough credit. His feel back there anchoring that zone, the way he was tagging guys, the way he was talking, the way he was rebounding, the way just being a big presence and using his length at times to just disrupt passing angles, just disrupt passes being made. He has a real good feel for the game. This was a phenomenal performance, and let's see if with Mitchell Robinson hurt that he might earn some minutes.
Cornett also hit 3 threes. So knotted at 113 all after regulation. Knicks able to prevail in overtime.
And it's amazing because, certain guys like Tim Hardaway Jr., who struggled throughout the entire game with his shooting, comes up with shots that he, again, can make shots when it matters. Here's one right off just a little two-man game here. Late in the shot clock, 1.3 on it, drills that, and that's your lead, and it stayed that way. That's the first shot of overtime. And how about Luke Cornett shooting with confidence? Catch, shoot, fire, 7-footer.
Flamethrower.
NBA. 3 3-pointers for him in this game. And then you have Moutier just taking over. Just power game. I mean, this is New York City point guard basketball. Just using your physicality, just getting into the paint, scoring, knocking that one down.
Moutier only had 5 points at the half, finished with 34.
Just started turning it on. This little fade off to the side, just knocks that down over the 7-footer Zeller, who had a huge game, by the way, certainly as well. And then, how about this? I mean, just completely lost him on the cut. And the Knicks members struggled to get the ball inbounds in the previous game in a big spot. That time didn't. Now, Knox misses both free throws here.
At the line there.
No, and then here goes Kemba, and you think it put on the Jets, and we're going to double overtime, but
Cornett, I think he got a deflection right there. Didn't want to get a goaltend, but he affected the shot. That's what I mean, a smart defender. And notice the way the Knicks executed down the stretch of this game. They learned from that loss in Cleveland. Their inbounds cuts were so much better. There's David Fizdale congratulating his old guy that he used to coach. But that's just a feel-good win that the Knicks really needed. 5 in a row, tough loss at Cleveland. But that's the sign of a blossoming young team. Their inbounds play was so much better tonight. In 2 different cases. Knox taking the ball out, I prefer. Because Moutier taking the ball out, he's your primary ball handler and he's your playmaker. So why is he taking the ball out?
Putting a lot of faith in a 19-year-old, too, in a big spot.
Listen, he was a quarterback.
No
he was a quarterback
timeouts.
in high school.
No
so
timeouts either.
You're a quarterback, take the ball out. I used to take the ball out of bounds all the time. Normally it's a 3-man's job. Guy that has a good feel, guy that has a little bit of size that can see over the defense a little bit. I love Knox taking the ball out. And then the cuts were just so much sharper, so much more aggressive. I guarantee the coaching staff and David Fizdale told the guys, listen, in the fourth quarter, you can't rely on the referees. You can't lollygag with your cuts. You got to cut hard to get open. And with decisiveness, that's what they did. And what did it lead to? It led to a bucket.
And isn't that the important thing about a developing season with young players is that if you can not make the same mistakes, if you can learn from it, you're going to have your losses, you're going to have your education most of these nights. But if you go from the next time you were in that moment and you improve on it, like you said, that's the progress that you're looking for in a season like this.